These aren't just animal encounters. They're life or death moments caught on camera. Prepare for an adrenaline rush. What started off as a normal day for this man suddenly becomes thrilling after he encounters this while walking on the road. The encounter doesn't start off hostile, but after getting too close to the group, one of the llamas decides to teach him a lesson.
Oh, kucing mari ini pada kah? Oh, no.
This serves as a reminder, keep your distance from these animals. A video begins with a farmer showcasing a large bull they bought. He begins by running around and dragging it by the leash.
माशाल्लाह मगर आज देखने को मिला है भाई सही से शौक आप लोगों को भाई हैवी बछड़ा भाई फुल माशाल्लाह लाजमी बोलिएगा ये भाई माशाल्लाह.
A few moments later, the bull starts getting angry, and as soon as he tries dragging the animal again, this happens.
नहीं मुड़ो ये भाई ले गया ओए होए होए माशाल्लाह भाई माशाल्लाह ओए 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 ओए.
The video ends with the man returning the animal to its enclosure. Llamas may attack if they feel threatened, cornered, or stressed. Aggression can also stem from improper handling or territorial instincts. To avoid this, approach calmly, respect their space, and handle them gently to minimize stress or defensive behavior.
These two hooligans that I met up with. Uh-oh. I know.
The beginning of this video shows a very aggressive and agitated bull showing its dominance, when all of a sudden a man enters the enclosure. Despite getting threatened by the animal multiple times, the man remains confident, until finally he manages to do this. Would you have kept your calm the same way? At Hurricane Creek Farms in Tennessee, a handler gets ready to sort and ship cattle to auction. But while he's done this several times before, this particular bull is not like the others. The bull is feisty, almost tackling the handler to the ground. And now the poor guy is stuck on top of a gate with nowhere to go.
No, we have to. I was just leaving right here.
Llamas use spit to attack by projecting a mix of saliva and stomach contents at threats. This distracts predators and establishes dominance within their herd. Unfortunately for this reporter, this llama decides to do more than just spit after getting agitated by the crew. The reporter remains unharmed, laughing about the encounter in the end. The video, a couple watches turkeys at DeYoung Zoo in Michigan when they realize they're not comfortable with these birds. And as we've learned, turkeys are very good at sensing fear. The man makes the obvious mistake of pushing the turkeys away with his leg. But that's just the beginning, because right after, the woman lands herself in trouble as well. If there's one thing you shouldn't do in front of rams, it's getting in their territory. But this man is about to climb the fence and do exactly that.
He might just be scared of you, so, but just be prepared.
Yeah, he's gonna.
Rams lining up its attack before the man is even done crossing the fence, and by the time he regains his balance, it's already too late. Witness a terrifying encounter from Turkey as a farm worker makes the grave mistake of hitting a bull with his stick. One bull is enough to take down a man, but with so many of them around, this worker is playing with fire. And now that he's on the ground, all he can do is pray the angry bull spares his life. A family visits a farm in Iowa to look at some llamas. But while they think it's going to be a cool experience, the llamas aren't too happy about their trip.
You're right.
He's on my job.
Ashley, start moving that fucking vehicle.
Whoa! He's gonna spit it at you.
They have a stick to fend off any potential attacks from the llama, but that may not be enough to protect them. After all, llamas don't only tackle, they also spit.
Ashley, stop it.
Ashley, you need to drive.
No, wait a minute. Get out of there. Get a minute. You ain't even ready to go anywhere.
The woman is trying to feed an aggressive ostrich inside this pen. Right from the get-go, we can see the animal turn anxious, until finally it does this.
Frederick? Fred? No. I said no. Go on. Get.
The woman tries to keep the dangerous ostrich away from her. Sadly, the animal keeps on being aggressive.
Get your ass out of here.
The beginning of the video shows a guy trying to film an anxious and aggressive ram. Suddenly, it does this.
Hey, man. Hey, dude. Hey. Oh, no.
We can see the men laughing at the animal initially, but after realizing that the ram is serious, they start worrying.
Help. James, I need.
Now they know that these animals are not to be messed with. A farmer decides to enlist the help of these veterinarians to aid his injured bull. The clip shows the group struggling to keep it at bay. After finally managing to calm it down, they decided it was time to release the animal. Unfortunately, what happened next proved them wrong. This is why it's important always to practice caution despite any safety measures. The clip starts off with a rancher trying to lure an escaped emu towards its enclosure in order to keep it safe.
This cow's helping me. This cow's helping me over here. Come on, little foot, sweetie. If you would just go... Oh, no. Oh, no.
Unfortunately, the animal remains stubborn as it continues to flee, finally having enough and doing this.
She got me really good. It took my breath away. Oh, I'm scared to look. I'm scared to look.
The man suffered minor injuries, but successfully caged the large bird. Llamas spit to establish dominance, express irritation, or defend themselves. Their spit contains partially digested food and saliva, which can irritate skin or eyes, but is not harmful. It's more unpleasant than dangerous, signaling discomfort or stress.
He's wild.
Regardless, getting spit by a llama is something that I'm sure no one is fond of. This fall was supposed to be a fun trip to the zoo suddenly turns terrifying after a llama decides to do this.
Sarah's gonna follow her.
Despite trying to ignore the animal, the woman continued being followed until finally, this happens.
Go this way, go left. Honey, watch out! Honey, he wants your food. Give him the food.
Thankfully, the animal was only after her food, leaving her alone once it got what it wanted. At the beginning of this video, we can see a man teasing a llama behind a fence while being recorded by his wife.
Tony!
The man can be seen putting his hands and face close to the animal, agitating it and leading it to do this. A motorcycle rider can be seen enjoying himself by driving on a dirt road, taking in the view and vlogging.
अब देखो, अब नहीं भगा रहा है.
After wandering the plains for a while, he encounters a herd of cows. Despite this, he pushes through, which leads to this. Thankfully, the aggressive animal fails to catch up, leaving him safe. In this encounter, we see two ranchers try to separate one of the cows from the herd. Little did they know that this wouldn't go so smoothly. Cows become aggressive when they are feeling threatened, protecting their calves, or experiencing discomfort. Hormonal changes during mating season can also trigger aggression. A group of llamas by hand can encourage aggressive behavior as they may become pushy or bite when expecting food. This habit reduces their natural caution around humans, increasing the risk of injury and making them harder to manage safely. During feeding, this caretaker accidentally lets a smaller one inside the enclosure of a very large and territorial emu.
And I'm like, I have no idea what to do. I don't know. I'm trying to keep Hank busy here.
Left with no other choice but to try and hold back the larger animal, the caretaker gets bitten and kicked repeatedly in this intense scene.
But then, so now we're off to the races here. Hank's trying to stamp him. Oh, missed him.
These modern-day dinosaurs are not to be messed with. A woman tries to deliberately anger an alpaca at her grandparents' farm by picking up a baby alpaca and trying to walk away with it.
Come on, try walking with her, see what happens.
She's tempting fate because the big alpaca does not look pleased with her actions. And while she's laughing about the situation, things are about to go from 0 to 100 real quick.
Oh!
The farmer is just trying to feed his sheep when all of a sudden one of the animals starts doing this. The experienced farmer shows off his skills by remaining calm and stopping the charges effectively.
Hey.
Most people would panic in this situation, which just leads to more danger. The video starts with an animal rescue YouTuber feeding all the animals he has in his house. After finishing, the YouTuber prepares to leave, saying his goodbyes to everyone. Unfortunately, the ostrich doesn't like getting left at home.
Whenever I took his egg, it triggered him. So I'm gonna lure him back.
It's a quiet day at Mount Pleasant Farm as a handler walks toward the chicken coop to feed his birds. However, he doesn't realize he's being stalked by an angry rooster that's right behind him. Luckily, the rooster misses its first attack, but even though this man has a stick in his hand, that doesn't mean the bird won't come back for round 2. Speaking of angry animals, here's a ram that has become way too aggressive to be around people, but the shepherd isn't ready to give up on him just yet.
It was only in the fall, so I think when the ewes came into heat, he became territorial. He was rubbing all the...
The shepherd is trying to retrain the ram and calm it down using his stick. When that doesn't work, however, he gets a little more personal with his animal. Turkeys don't always attack someone when they're angry. Sometimes these birds can also overwhelm you due to sheer excitement.
Jack! They're just turkeys.
The boy is trying to feed turkeys at a farm, and he's clearly not built for this. Because the second they swarm him, he starts running, and, well, that's a big mistake.
Jack, get up!
And approaches his ostrich in an attempt to relocate it elsewhere on his ranch. Unfortunately, the animal decides to protest.
This is bad. This is bad. That's bad. That's bad. Hey! Ah! Carl! Hey!
Despite the dangers, the man successfully manages to pin the animal down. But even after doing this, it remains dangerous.
God, this is bad. This is bad. It's real bad. This is super bad. Get him! Carl.
The rancher only suffers minor injuries from the attack. The clip farmer decides to film an angry ram they managed to capture and cage. You're about to see the true power of these dangerous animals. A ram's charge isn't typically dangerous, but can cause bruises or minor injuries. They may charge to defend themselves or establish dominance. I'm sure nobody wants to get hit by a charge from these animals. The video of small animals, roosters, can also be very aggressive, especially when you make the mistake of bothering them.
Run, boy! Look, I told you, boy. I told you leave that rooster alone, boy.
The rooster is feisty enough to bring the boy down. But remember, these little birds keep vendettas, so it won't let this go that easily.
I told you, boy. I told you leave that rooster.
Supposed to be a routine stump removal for this landscaper suddenly becomes dangerous after this happens. They try to continue their work, but after a few minutes of trying to ignore the bull, something terrifying occurs, forcing them to stop.
Single wire keeps.
At least the herd didn't attempt to charge the landscaper. The beginning of the video shows a couple being filmed while they are both trying to hand feed a llama.
Come here. Come here. Come here. That's not a dog. Yes, he is. He's looking at you like, what? You gonna give me food?
At first, everything can be seen going well, but a few minutes later, something extremely shocking happens.
Wait for it. Oh my god! I don't know.
Happily, no one got injured despite the terrifying llama attack. The rams are aggressive animals, so if you decide to jump into their territory, you better be prepared for what's coming your way.
Oh!
It's all fun and games for the man as he runs circles around the angry ram. but these beasts pack a real punch, and if he's not careful, a single hit could knock him out.
Man. It's a YouTube moment, man.
You don't want to get on a ram's bad side, because when these animals develop a vendetta against you, they don't let it go easily. The ram's been hunting this man for several minutes, and even though he picks up a weapon, he still can't keep the beast at bay. Begins with a female rancher excited about a new cow that just gave birth. She immediately approaches the calf and tries tagging it.
First 24 hours, most likely you're not going to get another chance. Unfortunately, this is also when mama is most protective. Did I know the danger going out here?
As an experienced rancher, she remains calm and unworried, thinking the mother cow wouldn't do anything. Oh, how wrong she was.
Here? Of course I did, but you still have to do it.
The female rancher luckily didn't suffer any injuries from the vicious attack. Many bulls can be extremely dangerous due to their strength, aggression, and sharp horns. Angering them may provoke charging or goring, leading to severe injuries. Always handle them with care, maintain a safe distance, and avoid sudden movements. The man records himself feeding a bunch of llamas inside an enclosure, eagerly waiting for food. He then starts feeding one of the animals.
What's up? What's up? Here. Are you hungry? Are you hungry? Here. There. Oh.
Unfortunately for him, one of the llamas gets jealous after being ignored. This leads to the jealous llama to do the unthinkable.
Did you just spit on me? It just spit on me. That is amazing.
Thankfully, it was just spit and not an attack from the animal. Those two ranchers trying to secure a harness on a llama, trying to relocate it. Sadly, it isn't keen on cooperating.
Right in the face. Go. Okay, get it on her. I know you're scared.
Llamas spit as a defense mechanism or to establish dominance within their herd. It is also a way to express irritation or discomfort.
Good night.
Thankfully, it was only spit and not a charge from the animal. The video begins with a couple having a great time feeding llamas in the snow. They can be heard laughing and enjoying themselves while spending time together. Unfortunately, what was once a sweet and fun interaction becomes sour after one of the animals does this.
No, oh.
That was disgusting.
Sadly, their moment gets ruined by the llama spitting. This man can be seen feeding his juvenile bull while waiting for help to transport the animal somewhere else. The animal can be seen acting nonchalantly, but after a few seconds, it does something incredibly terrifying.
Oh my God! What are we doing, Joe?
Fortunately, the young bull fails to catch up to him, or this could have ended badly. So it's a peaceful day at the farm as a man walks up to the cattle to feed them and clean up. But while he thinks these animals will welcome him like they always do, one angry bull has other ideas. Peace was never an option for this big guy. In this next encounter, we see a rancher entering a ram enclosure to feed a lamb being protected by a fierce and very aggressive father. Despite the attacks, the rancher continues trying to feed the lamb, until finally the ram has had enough and does this. Fortunately, it doesn't charge that hard, leaving the rancher unharmed. The video begins with a group of friends recording their friend feeding a llama inside an enclosure.
Very good. You've already had some.
At first, everything seems fine, until the woman starts teasing the animal, pissing it off, and leading it to do this.
Now I cannot quit.
Let's go!
It's good that it only decided to attack the container, and not the woman. The video shows a man preparing to enter a turkey enclosure containing two very aggressive and angry turkeys.
Go, please. Go, please. Oh, jeez. You go through this every morning, dude? Come on, go. Go.
Despite bringing food, the animals continue trying to attack the man, leaving him no other choice but to try and protect himself.
Go, 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 go. Go. Stay there. Stay. I'm letting the chickens out first because you're going to keep attacking me.
There's a reason why the Australians lost the emu wars. These birds are the closest thing we have to modern-day dinosaurs and are very aggressive. Not only do these birds look terrifying, but the noise they make also sounds like something straight out of a horror movie. Seriously, just look at this guy. Speaking of troublemakers at the farm, here's yet another instance of farmers trying to separate the cows from the calves. It's a challenging job, but these people know how to slowly separate their cattle and deal with stragglers. Well, that is until one of them decides to be extra aggressive. Despite their usually docile nature, cows can get angry pretty quickly, especially if you make the mistake of bothering them.
We got a crazy heifer. She about rammed us, it seemed like. Look at him.
The kid is filming these cows, saying one of them almost attacked him, but while he's focused on the one beast, he doesn't see another one making a move on him.
Oh my goodness, look at this one.
The video begins with a farmer recording a large cow he encountered while walking around. A few seconds later, it does this. Despite the clear signs given by the animal, the farmer refuses to leave, leaving the cow with no other choice but to do this. Thankfully, the cow decides not to charge. This could have ended differently. It's a usual day at the farm as workers try to separate the adult cows from their calves by luring them through the gate. But even though trained cows are good when it comes to following commands, all it takes is one straggler to destroy all progress and cause chaos within the group. Next encounter, we see a shearer struggle with a wild llama in this extremely terrifying and dangerous encounter. Wild llamas are generally not dangerous, but can spit, kick, or charge if they feel threatened. potentially causing major injuries. Thankfully, the shearer could calm the animal down and secure it. The clip: these ranchers are struggling to corner an aggressive ram they want to put in their truck to sell.
He's pretty wild. He's not a...
Just jump on him, Dan. Don't be scared.
After hours of struggling and trying, they finally manage to do so, only to find themselves in danger after this happens. Thankfully, they managed to secure the ram, preventing it from harming them. The clip starts off with a herder gathering his cows and herding them to his barn nearby. Although it was hard to do at first, he finally got everyone to listen. Suddenly, he notices one cow walking slowly. Trying to get it to walk faster, he approaches the animal, only for this to happen. In the end, the animal manages to calm down, ending the close call. A large group of cows can be seen being herded inside a large sorting room to separate the females and males. First, everything goes well and the cows remain obedient. Unfortunately, this wouldn't last long as a bull enters, doing this. Thankfully, nobody was hit by the charges of this rampaging bull. The video calves can be dangerous due to their mother's protective instincts, which may cause them to charge or attack to defend themselves. Handling calves also risks injury from kicking or sudden movements, requiring caution and proper restraint techniques.
Alright, she might have frightened me a little bit.
Cows may be cute, but they are animals that you want to ensure you get everything right. Feeding erratic animals is always a dangerous endeavor, and that's especially true for these longhorn bulls who do not like vehicles entering their territory.
Don't move, Adri.
The bulls get scared by the tractor, but they don't just run away. Instead, they decide to terrorize the folks in their truck, who are also there to help them. Speaking, bison are very dangerous and capable of charging at speeds up to 35 miles per hour. Their size and strength can cause severe injuries or death.
Go. I just don't have stepping room anymore.
Keeping bison in ranches is dangerous because they are unpredictable, strong, and can easily break fences, posing risks to handlers and neighboring properties. Starts with a man explaining his trick for stopping a ram attack. Moments later, he decides to demonstrate it in this terrifying scene.
Okay, ram is attempting to ram you. How do you prevent it? How do you stop him from ramming you? Okay? Look at what. See, he's not.
Impressively, he seems correct, as he successfully stops the ram from charging by only using a stick.
He's gonna run into a stick or a staff or anything like that. He's not gonna do it. You see? Watch him. He's trying to get a good...
Well, at least we know what to do now when attacked by a ram. We see a farmhand enter a llama enclosure in order to clean the pen. Unfortunately for him, the llama isn't much of a fan of what he is doing.
Oh, jeez, freeze! What the heck is wrong with this thing? Come on, can't you see I'm working?
Despite the overly aggressive llama trying to hurt him, the man remains calm and ignores the animal to finish his task. The two men watch cows running around in their enclosure, but while they think these animals are having some playful fun, there's a harsh reality about to hit them like a ton of bricks, because these cows do not want them here.
Yeah, that works good. I got it!
In this next encounter, we see a family inside a car watching an emu get closer and closer until finally it gets near them.
It's okay, it's okay.
Once the animal is near, they finally realize how terrifying it truly is. Immediately, chaos erupts inside their car.
He just checking us out. It's okay, babe. It's okay. It's okay.
Llamas are generally calm, but can become dangerous if threatened or stressed. To defend themselves, they may kick with powerful legs, bite, or spit. Aggressive behavior is rare, but possible, especially if they're mishandled or feel cornered.
This is just a friendly reminder not to bottle feed your... A friendly reminder not to bottle feed your alpaca.
Who knew that these animals could be so fierce? The video begins with a pair of friends walking around and enjoying the view. A few minutes later, they encounter this.
Hey, little guy.
The pair begins approaching the animal in an attempt to pet it. Surprisingly, the animal decides to do this.
This one's interested. I don't like that at all. No thanks.
They may be cute, but getting charged by a llama sure is terrifying. The clip starts off with a group of farmers recording their friends interacting with their domesticated llamas. At first, the interaction remains calm and peaceful as the farmers are confident that their llamas are not aggressive. Moments later, they find out how wrong they were. Things are getting out of control at a farm as three men try to wrangle an angry boar. The boar isn't sparing anyone, even going after people outside the enclosure, and it seems like these folks might have bitten off more than they can chew. The video begins with two kids entering a barn and filming the cows inside. They then walk closer to the cows, trying to get a good shot.
That we named that one Blaze? Yeah. Since she was a calf. Yeah. Oh my goodness.
The cows can be seen trying to ignore the kids and letting them record. Suddenly, one of the cows starts walking towards them and does this.
This one. Oh my goodness!
A group of friends can be seen taking turns feeding an emu behind a fence, all of them having a great time doing so.
Alright. Here.
What?
I want to try this out.
I want to ride it.
Alright.
Sadly, this peaceful interaction between the friends and the emu doesn't last long, as this happens moments later.
Wait, what are you doing? Picture?
50. No.
The emu misses the guy's finger, which I'm sure he is thankful for. Massive red Brahmin bull roams around its pen as a caretaker carefully treads around the beast and cleans the area. The bull is already not happy about the man invading its space, but while that's usually not an issue for caretakers, this man makes the grave mistake of startling the beast. Witness a terrifying incident from Ohio as a farmer attempts to reunite a black Angus cow with her calf. But the issue is, the cow is not happy about being separated from her calf in the first place. With the calf and its mother reunited, the farmer thinks he's in the clear and can walk out of the pen. However, the cow is still angry and will punish the farmer for his actions. A woman can be seen acting scared after being asked to feed a llama by hand. Moments later, her dad decides to show her how it's done.
Okay, we'll take a short video here of the llama tamer.
Her dad proceeds to approach the llama, coming up near the animal and raising his hand to feed it. Unfortunately for him, it does this. And due to their small size, rams have great balance, which also translates into strength that often goes unnoticed. Just look at this little guy trying to escape. The farm girl holds onto the ram's horn, but the little beast is strong enough to drag her entire body out and keep running. Speaking, a man tries playing around with an ostrich while visiting a farm, but little does he know, the big bird isn't the one he should be worrying about.
Brandon, the ostrich is clear. Oh, yeah, sure, the ostrich is clear, but the ostrich isn't the one you need to worry about.
As soon as he thinks he's in the clear with the ostrich, a llama emerges out of nowhere, and, well, this big guy isn't happy with the man either. Two curious turkeys approach a little girl trying to play in her backyard, and usually that wouldn't have been a problem. But the girl is nervous and makes a big mistake. If there's one thing you shouldn't do around turkeys, it's run, because that means you're intimidated, and well, that's a green light for these birds to run after you. The beginning of the video shows a caretaker on a farm trying to calm a large cow down while being recorded by his friend. At first, nothing notable happens, but as the video continues, something extremely horrifying happens. Video discretion is advised. Unfortunately, what happens next remains unknown as the clip cuts abruptly. In this encounter shows a group of ranchers trying their best to not get hurt while trying to relocate and tag these large animals.
He's been down this road.
Bison are extremely dangerous due to their size, speed, and unpredictability. They can charge when threatened, causing serious injuries and even fatalities.
Stuck. See, I need a hammer or something.
Fortunately, they managed to complete their tasks without anyone getting hurt. It can be seen being mesmerized while looking at a llama chewing its food up close. He asks many questions, curious about the beautiful animal, when suddenly the animal does something extremely surprising. Thankfully, the child wasn't hurt, and they all laugh about this surprising encounter. Despite their lanky appearance, ostriches are very dangerous birds, and since they're also quick, there's no running away from them if they get mad.
This is bad. This is bad. That's bad. That's bad. Hey! Ah! Mother... Carl! Hey!
This big bird has turned on its handler, and even though he tries to wrestle it down, the ostrich is relentless with its attack and won't listen to a thing he has to say.
This is super bad. Get him! Mother... Get him. Don't you...
Farmers taking calves away from mother cows is a heartbreaking reality, and it's undoubtedly cruel, but sometimes the cow fights back. Several farmers surround the cow, ready to pounce on its calf and separate it, but the mother knows their plan, protecting her child with everything she's got. A group of tourists visit a zoo and encounter a llama in an enclosure. The kids can be seen petting the animal, when all of a sudden it does this.
Go ahead.
The kids run away, but in their stubbornness they go back to the animal, still trying to pet it, until finally this happens.
Go ahead.
Fortunately, no one got injured during this risky interaction. Controlling farm animals is an art in itself, and while most farmers know how to do it, things don't always go smoothly for these folks.
We went out to get him, and he looked a little high-headed, and there was guys on four-wheelers and guys on horses. I said, everybody be careful, he might take somebody. And
these farmers were bringing stray cows back home. However, one of the bulls was not in a mood to be surrounded, so it did what most angry bulls do.
My horse.
Some people go around looking for trouble. This guy, for instance, thought it would be a good idea to drop to the ground and get a selfie with a bunch of turkeys.
Hey, can I help you with something? Stop it. Hey, man, you got a problem?
He knows exactly what he's doing because he's trying to incite a fight with the turkeys, but he will come to regret his decision if he's not careful. Approaching a newborn calf while its mother is still around is dangerous, but this man's not taking the slow approach. Instead, he decides to go at it full steam ahead.
I go close to the calf.
Of course, he doesn't just barge in and take the hit from the cow. He knows what he's doing. He's about to lure the cow out of the pen and let it chase him. Common knowledge that you should never mess with a cow that's taking care of her calf, but for some reason this guy thought it would be a good idea to approach them.
16 is the cow. Wow, look at the color on that calf.
The cow is startled by the stranger's arrival, taking up a more aggressive stance in case the man gets too close to the calf. But this guy doesn't take the hint, and, well, he's got to pay for his mistake.
I like that. That's a boy or girl.
Speaking of animals attacking their handlers, this poor guy is just trying to feed his chickens, but a rooster in the pen has other ideas.
Oh! You son of a gun!
He remains incredibly calm despite being attacked by this bird, but he needs to leave soon if he doesn't want more bruises on his body.
No more food. Stop.
It begins with a woman being recorded by her friends carrying a baby alpaca they decided to inspect while on their farm.
Come on, try walking with her, see what happens.
At first, the other alpacas can be seen tolerating her carrying the calf, but after a few seconds, things start to get out of hand.
Oh!
She was fortunate that it was only a light charge. This could have ended very differently. In Kerala, India, a resort worker amuses the guests by messing around with turkeys. However, while he thinks these are just little harmless birds, they've actually got some fight in them.
Make a move.
The turkeys surround the guy and keep jumping at him, and even though he looks unfazed, he knows he has to get out of there before it's too late. Here's yet another angry ram who is not happy about being chained down. But it's not just going to sit there and wait. It's going to let its owner know just how mad it is. The ram is relentless with its attack, charging at him and going for tackles over and over again. These guys are like little balls of energy. They never get tired. Next encounter, you can see a rancher trying to keep himself safe while sorting aggressive and angry calves.
Oh. God! Look out!
Some people may underestimate calves because of their small size, but after seeing this next scene, you'll see how dangerous they are.
If I can get... Ah, look out!
Thankfully, he was able to dodge the attack, or things could have ended differently. The clip shows counter we can see a man trying to feed a turkey that was living in their backyard. Despite the situation remaining calm at first, things quickly get out of hand after this happens. It's a good thing that he was able to run away, saving him from injuries. Feeding this farmer is just trying to capture a fun moment that he is seeing on camera when, out of nowhere, one of the cows starts doing this.
Or what? Get out of there. Come on, get out of there. What's wrong with you? Get on the tit. Over here. That cow is weird. That's her son.
The man continues walking around with his camera, still talking about his cows, when all of a sudden he gets interrupted. After this happens...
Then you got this mamma jamma. Hey, don't you do it. Don't you do it. I saw you coming at me.
Thankfully, he notices the young cow immediately, preventing a potentially harmful charge. Some people may underestimate the dangers that cows pose to humans. Look at what this rancher has to deal with every day. Cow sorting can be dangerous due to unpredictable cattle movements, the risk of being trampled or kicked, and handling stress on both humans and animals. Thanks to his experience and skill, he managed to complete the task unharmed. A cow has just given birth at a farm in Scotland, and the farmer wants to separate the calf and tag it. It's not that simple, though, because he has to take on the possessive mother in order to do his job. He tries his luck with the stick, pushing the cow back so he can grab the calf, but this cow won't back down that easily. In fact, it won't let him get close to its baby at all. Bull catching is definitely an extreme sport, because once you bring these bad boys into an enclosure, they can cause some real trouble. The bull isn't happy about being trapped inside a fence, and it's going to do everything in its power to intimidate the farmers and escape confinement. Farmers have a difficult job because one angry animal can disrupt the entire ranch. And that's exactly what's happening here as a farmer tries to separate a rebellious ram from the rest of the animals.
Go play with your soccer ball. Stop playing, dude. Stop playing. Hey!
The ram's not listening to the farmer's commands, hitting every animal it runs into. In fact, even the dogs can't keep this angry ram in check.
She'll get your butt. Here comes again. Hey!
The farmer can be seen just trying to feed the animals. After a few minutes, it's finally the chicken's turn. But sadly for him, someone is a little bit too overprotective.
Oh! You son of a gun! Quit!
Despite trying his best to keep the animal calm, the chicken remains persistent in being territorial, attacking the man.
Stop! You better stop now. You better quit.
People take a horse's kindness for granted, thinking they could just ride the beast without establishing trust. Now it looks like he's managed to climb onto his brother's horse with ease, but while he thinks he's good, there's another horse he hasn't accounted for. Touching a newborn calf is always a no-go for their mothers, but farmers have to tag these babies to keep track of them. The farmer knows what he's doing as he keeps facing the cow while holding the calf. While he thinks it's going to be a quick and easy job, the cow won't forgive him for touching her baby.
Whoa. She got a little stirred up.
Video shows a kid trying to enter an enclosure to feed turkeys and chickens inside the pen. The turkeys aren't having any of it.
ये 90 आदमी आएगा तो हमारा टर्की बड़ा मारना को 90 कौन तो आएगा तो उनको अटैक करने जाती है.
A turkey attack can be dangerous to a child, causing scratches, bruises, or fear. Turkeys may peck or charge if they feel threatened.
मंजे तो क्या भी नहीं करता है. अब मैं तो उनके साथ था तो उनको तो आदत है. ए, चलो इधर चलो हले.
Working on a ranch is dangerous due to risks like handling unpredictable animals, operating heavy machinery, exposure to harsh weather, and physical strain. Injuries from falls, kicks, or equipment malfunctions are common, requiring constant caution and proper training. You really have to love animals to work in an environment like this. A couple can be seen driving inside their property after a day out. While approaching their parking spot, they see something shocking. The man can be seen trying his best to scare the aggressive sheep away. Sadly for him, it has no plans of stopping. The animal finally gets tired after a while and stops attacking.